This nigga done gone and done it again. So Drake put out a couple joints today, like 4 tracks, three out of the one. I mean, one out of the three or four, whatever you want to call it. Two birds with one stone, on this little OVO radio joint. The album is going to be a playlist, whatever the fuck that means, as you see right there in the album cover. Hey, don't that kind of look like Tory Lanez a little bit? Like, that nigga dad could be Tory Lanez dad and his dad. And that's kind of crazy, but I'm just saying. But so it's supposed to be like a little playlist or whatever. That's cool, but basically on his little record, two birds, one stone, he going at Pusha T. Some would say Rick Ross, but it's obviously Pusha T. And I thought that was pretty clever, seeing how Pusha T dissed him on an HD whatever record that shit was. And it could be a shot at Ross. Who knows? You know what I mean? But I thought that song was dope. The rest of them I really don't give a fuck about. They whatever. But this shit is dope. And I just want to see where this going to go. Of course, he dissed Kid Cudi as well. And I was like, well, I go through depression and shit like that, but I ain't got to go to no rehab. Kid Cudi did call him out on Twitter. So it's like, take some casualties in war, right? You know what I'm saying? Kid Cudi did say respond if you got a voice. But other than that, I mean, it's cool. I just want to see what Drake going to do with this project. I feel like he's releasing too many projects. And it's like, damn, bro, like, relax, take a break. You know what I'm saying? But that two birds with one stone record is fire. And I'm just confused on the playlist. So it's like songs that you made that's going to be on OVO Radio or a special playlist on iTunes or Apple Music, what I presume you dig, since it's a playlist. So Drake going to have his own playlist on Apple Music or whatever, and quite sure to be up for sale and everything like that. But we know Pusha T going to respond, so why act like we not? Ross may even jump in it later on. Meek may have some shit to say. It just, I don't know. Drake just had a great year. Whether you hate him or you love him, go look at everything he did since January to now, and the year almost over. He had an incredible year. But, I mean, this was cool for the moment. Hear some music from him or whatever. But I definitely only fuck with that one track. The rest of them is mediocre. And did some remix to another record by a guy named Dave, and did a record with 21 Savage. Damn, Drake is just like, Jesus Christ. He's the morph of hip hop right now. If you know X-Men Morph, you get on a record, and yeah, so I was rolling like, why he sound like 21? 21, 21, 21. It's like, I was waiting for the nigga to say that shit. You know what I mean? But, I mean, I guess, you know what I mean? Drake is Drake. That Apple Music deal is working out lovely for that nigga. You feel me? But we still supposed to see if that Kanye album go come out. And that nigga on stage ranting about crazy shit. I'll talk about that some other time. But if y'all excited for this Drake project, playlist, album, EP, whatever you want to call it, let me know in the comments. And what was your favorite lines from the song Two Birds, One Stone? Like, what was your favorite bars? You know what I'm saying? Do you think it was his strongest bars, or that was alright? Because I still think he ain't made a record better than 5 a.m. in Toronto, in my personal opinion, or that Stay Scheming verse. He still ain't topped that, but he do some cool shit here and there that make you say, ooh, that nigga Push T gonna kill you for that joint. You know what I mean? Do you think Kid Cudi will respond when he got out of rehab? Do you think that was really a low blow? Let me know in the comment section. You know what I mean? But I don't know, man. Drake is just having fun, I guess. He really not trying to become irrelevant. You know what I mean? That's why he afraid to take a step back and dip off for like a year or two, because he thinks somebody coming for his spot. So he kind of insecure in a sense, you know what I mean? Because even Jay-Z, nigga, put out an album every year, but at the same time, he didn't have to and he didn't want to. And you see what happens when you kind of do that, when you keep putting out music that's not, top tier material. It just seems watered down in a sense. Because I'm not saying everything Drake put out is fire or A1, but it's just like, bro, you don't have to put out so much microwavable shit. But then at the end of the day, you look at it like, okay, if everybody else doing it, why not me? And you can't beat him, join him, I guess, in a sense. I mean, he got the record on Spotify. I think Views did, 1 billion streams and shit like that. All type of accolades and awards. So it's like, this is the thing where I was trying to tell y'all, when it comes to streaming and physical CDs, don't be the streaming shit cool, but you got to realize if it go back to the old format where the only way you get it is a physical CD, or I'll give you the digital sales for iTunes. The streaming shit, to me, it's like, damn, everybody going platinum and going gold and shit like that. It's like, if this was on the flip side, Yeah, how many actual CD sales is happening with that? You know what I mean? So before people be, oh, so and so went platinum gold. Yeah, but go Google the CDs. Let's take the streaming away. Like, if you pay for a service, you could hear an album 100 times a day. You didn't buy the album, you bought the service. If you don't pay that service that month, you can't hear shit, correct? So how you gonna hear the music? You dig what I'm saying? It's other ways to get it, downloads and leaks and shit, but I'm saying far as supporting the artist. But I mean, that Apple deal is definitely working out for him. So I don't see Apple Music not letting this nigga do whatever he want. But I mean, he stirred it up. You know, I think his birthday is tomorrow, whatever the case may be. So he dropped the music because of his birthday. So, you know, he turned the big 3-0. So shout out to that nigga. But this shit was crazy tonight. For real. That shit had me rolling. Y'all let me know what y'all think though. Holla at me in the comments. Hit me on Twitter. Shout out to the 2 fake people that left. Y'all just don't want me to grow, like, and pause in the channel. It's like, I don't understand. Like, that shit is crazy. I'm going to do one more video about that shit. I'm going to leave it alone. I may delete this shit. I don't know. One.